The lanterns. In a quiet neighborhood, Christmas and New Year's were always celebrated differently from the city's noisy traditions. Instead of fireworks that cracked and boomed, neighbors lit lanterns, delicate paper orbs that glowed softly in the night. Each lantern was filled with a small candle and a wish, released into the sky to drift upward like tiny stars carrying hopes, dreams, and memories. The streets smelled faintly of wax and winter spices, and the laughter of children echoed as they ran from yard to yard, helping one another light the lanterns and watching them soar. Daniel sat on the steps of his small porch, shoulders hunched, staring at the quiet street. This year had been harder than any before. His wife, Maria, had passed in the spring, leaving him with the emptiness of a house and the ache of holiday memories that now felt too heavy to bear. The smells of pine and cinnamon reminded him of the past, her laughter as she decorated the tree, the smell of her cookies, the warmth of her hand in his. Now, those memories seemed almost cruel in their absence. From the corner of his eye, he noticed the first lanterns floating upward. Families in the neighboring yards laughed and cheered as their little lights rose into the night sky. He tried to look away, telling himself that the joy wasn't for him, that he had no wishes to release this year. But the soft orange glow tugged at something deep inside him. A gentle breeze stirred, and one lantern, smaller than the rest, drifted lower, carried slowly toward his porch. It landed on the grass at his feet, rocking slightly in the wind. He bent down and picked it up, surprised by the fragile warmth emanating from the flame inside. Holding it carefully, he felt something he hadn't in months, a spark of comfort, a quiet connection to the world outside his grief. For a long moment, he simply held the lantern, listening to the hum of voices and the rustle of paper. Then he whispered, almost to himself, "Maybe light still finds me after all." A tear slipped down his cheek, not just of sorrow, but of something heavier, yet lighter at the same time. Remembrance, hope, and the comforting thought that he was not truly alone. Around him, the night was alive with glowing lanterns, rising higher and higher, each carrying a wish or a prayer. Daniel lifted his own lantern and let it go. It rose slowly, as if understanding the weight it carried, joining the others in the sky until the night was dotted with hundreds of tiny flickering stars. Neighbors noticed his movement and waved. Some shouted greetings, others smiled knowingly. It had been months since Daniel had exchanged words with anyone outside his family. But in that moment, he felt a quiet connection with the world. The laughter of the children, the glow of the lanterns, even the faint smell of candle smoke in nearby kitchens. It all felt like a gentle reminder that life, even after loss, still had moments worth noticing. Daniel returned to his porch and watched the night sky shimmer. Another lantern floated by, carried by the wind toward his lawn, and he picked it up with a small smile. Each lantern seemed to carry warmth, not just for the world, but for him, reaching across the space between grief and hope. He realized he didn't need grand celebrations or noisy cheer to feel the magic of the season. Sometimes, light could find you in the quietest moments, even when you thought it had passed you by. Hours passed, and the sky was still filled with glowing lanterns, drifting like fireflies against the deep night. Daniel sat quietly, feeling his heart soften. The memories of his wife remained, but they no longer pressed as heavily. Instead, they mingled with the gentle glow surrounding him, a reminder that love, like light, could still reach him, even in the darkness. That night, the neighborhood felt more alive than it had in years. Families lingered outside, talking and laughing, exchanging lanterns and wishes. Daniel finally stood, walking toward a small group of neighbours, and for the first time in months, he joined in the conversation. The warmth he felt wasn't from the candle in his lantern, but from the unspoken kindness of a community, from the joy in children's laughter, from the realization that even after great loss, the world still offered moments of light. And as the last lanterns drifted high into the sky, Daniel whispered one more time, a soft prayer to the night. Thank you for finding me.